You just listen to the old Pork Chop Express and take his advice on a dark and stormy night. When some wild-eyed, 8-foot-tall maniac taps the back of your favorite head up against a barroom wall, looks you crooked in the eye, and asks you if you've paid your dues, you look right back at that big sucker and remember what Jack Burton always says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.
You are totally the biggest mark.
And I have half the brains that you do.
Hulk Hogan, you can go to hell.
And all these people are a bunch of stinking bums, aren't you?
Reigning United States heavyweight champion Bret Hitman Clark.
And we're back again with the Late to the Nitro Party podcast. Today we're coming to you from beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. Home of, was it Sam Muchnick?
Sam Muchnick.
The old promoter from the Territory days, as well as the Ortons and many others. But today we're going to be looking at WCW Monday Nitro from November 6, 1995 from the Jacksonville Memorial Coliseum in Jacksonville, Florida. Attendance of this show was 9,500 people, 3,500 which paid. Something I decided to look up just out of pure morbid curiosity. This show drew a 2.0 Nielsen rating. Raw for this week had a 2.6, so Raw won this week. So how's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Great. If it sounds a little different, we just bought a brand new Blue Yeti microphone. This is our first time trying it out, so if it sounds like shit, then that's a waste of money. If it sounds awesome, then great.
So hopefully that works out for us.
So now, how many white Bengal tigers did you guys have to kill?
I did not kill any, however, I did shave his whiskers.
Shaved his whiskers.
Yeah.
So make sure, pull up your copy of the episode on the network and press play in 3, 2, 1, play. And we're off.
This episode is brought to you by Surge.
Surge and Emo's
Pizza. A St. Louis staple.
Oh, God, you are going to have explosive diarrhea later from that.
Mm-hmm. So, set the stage for us, Clay.
This is the... Let's see, Halloween Havoc's already happened.
Right.
We've had a Nitro...
Since then. This is the second.
So this is in between Halloween Havoc and the upcoming pay-per-view World War III.
Yeah, these are going to lead up to that.
Oh, this is Fans Call the Shots night. So what you could do is call in to the hotline, and they give you 2 locker rooms. You pick a wrestler or tag team out of each locker room, and the fans voted on who is going to be in the main event. So we'll see here in a bit who is in each locker room. So
now how much of that do you believe is legit and not just planned already?
That's a good question as far as how much of that is just a work. What was the number for the hotline?
1-900-909-9900, but this isn't for the hotline, though. This is to call in and vote for your matches, isn't it?
Is there a number?
No, you can't call it, but we can try to call the hotline.
Oh, maybe we'll try that here in a little bit.
We'll call the hotline later.
We're going to call the hotline and see exactly what it is. It's probably pornography.
So you get to choose from Flair, me, Paige. I didn't read it fast enough.
Basically, it's a heel locker room and a babyface locker room. Here in a bit, we will have promos from each locker room, so we'll get to see who all's in there.
I'm voting for Scott Norton versus Alex Wright.
I'm voting for Dave Sullivan versus Shark.
I want Dave Sullivan versus Kevin Sullivan.
They're brothers, you know. Not really. Kayfabe.
Oh boy, another
Halloween Havoc recap. Just Luger jostling Savage around the Yeti. Oh boy. So
what's the dog wearing today? Is that a clown?
Yeah, I think it's a clown suit. Yeah. God, Mongo.
See Penzer back there working the crowd.
Yeah. I like Dave Penzer. He's okay.
When we went to Thunder, people were marking out like crazy for Penzer.
Yeah.
Remember that?
What?
There was a Penzer chant going.
There was. I believe I might have told him to suck it quite loudly.
Suck it, Penzer. Yeah.
So first match, we've got the Giant versus Cobra.
And Cobra is?
Well, Cobra, actually, first thing I want to point out is they start playing the Dungeon of Doom's music first. So somebody hit the wrong button in the back, and they had to put Cobra's Morse code theme over the top of it.
Did anyone look into what that Morse code is saying?
No. We didn't have time for that.
Oh, we got to do that.
Cobra, this guy is Jeff Farmer, and he would go on to be the NWO Sting. He's the fake Sting once the NWO forms.
Yeah, about a year from this point.
About a year from now. So that's probably about the biggest spot of his career doing that. So he gives his dog tags to a little kid in the crowd, which it's going to be a little traumatic for that kid considering he gets absolutely squashed in about 15 seconds. Spoilers.
I'm not sure.
I don't think a lot of people... This is actually technically a world title match.
World title match?
Yeah, we'll get into that later, but...
Yeah.
So,
but is he the legit
champion? I said we'll get into that later.
Okay.
There's this whole thing where we get like lawyers involved, and a lawyer cuts a promo on Jimmy Hart, and it's pretty terrible. But
Paul White himself still, on like podcast and stuff, refers to this as an actual title reign. So
yeah. So there you go. I'd say that's your answer.
It's good enough for him. It's good enough for me.
Oh, that's great.
He picks up Pinzer like a small child. Yeah, he makes him say that it's a title match.
Right.
Sure it is, Bischoff. You run this company.
I say, if you don't like it, take the belt off of him.
Is it at this point? Are fans smart to Bischoff in his actual role?
Well, we've talked about that before. I don't think so. Like, he's just a goofy announcer.
You would see. I mean, the internet doesn't have.
So we get an immediate choke slam.
But actually, on the pay-per-views, I'm pretty sure the credits show Bischoff being the executive producer.
Okay,
yeah.
Well.
But who watches those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure as hell haven't.
So
that didn't take long.
Cobra's dreams.
He's going to need those dog
down
tags back.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. No, he's dead.
Yeah,
actually, they can.
All right.
They got to send those in. Yeah, that little kid who was pretty happy. He's probably a little traumatized.
If you're listening, let us know. We'd like to talk to you.
Hopefully, you're not in a home now.
Yeah.
Traumatized from watching your hero.
Just imagine that Bret Hart comes out, gives you his sunglasses, and is immediately just destroyed.
Yeah, that's essentially what has happened here. So, okay, we get a shot from the heel locker room. We've got Scott Norton, Shark, DDP, Ric Flair in his Cosby sweater, and Big Bubba Rogers taping his fist shut.
Choosing to wrap his hands at this time.
I like how... we've got the Blue Bloods in the background drinking tea. Bobby Eaton and Steve Regal. So each locker...
Why are Norton and Shark...
Well, they have a feud. They don't like each other,
right.
remember?
I remember that.
They've had a match. And in the babyface locker room, we've got Shivani there with... we got Mr. JL, Dave Sullivan, the Nasty Boys,
and
Sting,
Hacksaw.
And Hacksaw. Hacksaw's going ape shit.
Whoa there.
Yeah, that's...
tracking.
Yeah, that's from the network.
Yeah, that's
that
great.
Wasn't us. Johnny B. Bad, Alex Wright, Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Sting.
Oh.
Hacksaw is just throwing shit around and he's like trying to steal the shot.
The guy in the green, who'd you say that is?
That's Dave Sullivan.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Evad.
Gotcha.
His gimmick was that he was dyslexic.
Okay.
So that's...
Wait, if that's his gimmick, then what's Hacksaw's gimmick?
Hacksaw's gimmick is that he's a yokel, I believe. So we get our first World War III, what are these called? Promos. In that promo, if you want to go back and watch it again from the babyface locker room, Alex Wright, Brian Knobbs is trying to make Alex Wright laugh the entire time, and he finally sort of gets him to crack towards the end. You're not really paying attention to Alex Wright because he's in the background, but... So this is that thing I was telling you about earlier. We're gonna see with you'll just have to watch it. It's a promo. So we have Turban Man like, what is this? And just Hogan and Savage with what appears to be a hobo. This doesn't make me want to go to Venice Beach at all.
No.
Like, it looks like a scary, scary place.
Yeah.
So what is this promo about?
Hogan went back to Venice Beach to, I guess, reconnect with the dark side or some such nonsense. And Savage is along for the ride. Savage is wearing his Macho Madness gear.
Yes. A little foreshadowing again.
Did anybody ever have the T-shirt with him looking through the prison
bars?
bars?
Nah,
I do.
wish.
I always thought that was a real good-looking shirt.
No, I bought it after the fact, but I've got it.
So yeah, that's a hobo.
Yeah.
That is a homeless guy.
Nice.
We get a better shot at the guitar player here in a second, and just look at his outfit.
All right.
I mean, it's ridiculous enough as it is, but when they pan out, it gets even more ridiculous. So Savage and Hogan are talking about their plans for destroying the Dungeon of Doom, or to be honest, I didn't listen to it that close because I was too distracted by everything else going on. Look at Savage's elbow. Did you see that? Look at his left elbow.
Yeah.
What's up with it?
It's got a giant growth on it.
Oh.
It's
Like,
an
look at
elbow
that.
pad.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's like a
One
calcium.
too many elbow drops.
Well, that's his left one, though. He doesn't use his left one.
You're right.
Ugh.
Yikes.
So he's on rollerblades.
I had those exact same purple and green and black
And has
rollerblades.
catcher's shin guards on.
Yeah.
So that's something you don't see every day.
Wow. I can't.
So we've got another match coming up here. Match 2 for the night. We've got Taskmaster.
Great.
We're going to see Kevin Sullivan actually wrestle.
Oh, that's what the
I'm
fans
so excited.
want.
Yeah, it's not that great.
You don't say. And he goes for the old single trunks.
Yeah, he's old school, man.
He is.
Unfortunately, we'll see who he's wrestling here in a second.
What an odd body.
Yeah, he's got a little...
Because he's kind of in shape,
Troll
like
body.
near the top.
Oh, the Renegade.
Yep, it's the Renegade.
Wait, I thought it was the Ultimate. No.
No.
They tricked us.
He
They
throws
tricked us
some.
again.
Watch it. Look at these shitty-looking clotheslines. I don't know if it's his fault or Sullivan can't sell them worth.
No,
of
I'm
shit.
pretty sure it's Renegade because Sullivan's probably thinking this.
He's like, get me out of
Green
here, this freaking
mother
yeah,
effer.
this freaking rookie.
Pointless.
Yeah, why don't you just roll under the ropes next time so you don't dislocate your knee? This is going back to when they first brought Renegade in. Jimmy Hart managed him because it was like Hulk Hogan's Ultimate Challenge,
Oh, he's
and they kind of made you think it was going to be Warrior,
yeah, he's
but
an
it
Ultimate
wasn't.
Warrior ripoff.
That's all he is.
Only he's not as good of a worker.
So immediately to the outside of the ring again.
Yeah.
This match is pretty sloppy. We'll see.
I am enjoying Jimmy Hart though as the heel.
Just jabbering on the
Yeah,
megaphone.
no, it's a lot more believable. I mean, he's annoying.
Yeah, he's annoying as hell. He makes a good heel.
Yeah.
So this Renegade guy, what's his real name? Do we know?
I don't know. I know he passed away
Right.
sometime in the late
I just didn't know if
90s,
he had
early
a-
2000s.
Had anything going on before this?
No, if he did, it wasn't in a big territory or nothing. I think he's a pretty young guy. Probably right out of the power plant or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a good look. I mean, if you take the crappy looking face paint off of him, I mean, he would have a good
Yeah,
look.
if he didn't have this shit gimmick, he probably would have had a...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He could have got better. I don't know. Japanese
Heenan just going off about the Japanese.
Rick Wilson is the Renegade.
That's right. Rick Wilson.
Rick Wilson. Okay. Died in 1999.
Trained by Killer Kowalski.
Yeah.
Built from
Killer
parts of-
Kowalski.
A lot of people came out of Kowalski's
he had a
school.
real big wrestling school.
Yeah.
So we get a power slam from the Renegade.
I bet she misses. Oh,
The
no. You got it.
handspring backsplash. Oh, we get the Tree of Woe. That is this time. That's like Alberto Del Rio's finisher, where it's like takes way too much setup to get the guy into it.
Yeah.
Double foot stomp from Brett's rope. And that's it.
Oh, wow.
It's over. About a
eventful finish.
2-minute match and pretty sloppy, and it's over with. So
What's he drinking?
Jimmy Hart has a red Solo cup.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna wash his face paint off. Not Heenan.
Is this kind of equivalent of shaving Hogan's mustache?
I guess he's
Yeah, apparently I'm reading here. It looks like after this he comes back with kind of a modified gimmick. He's not an Ultimate Warrior ripoff.
He's like
after this
he's like a
anymore.
biker or
He's like-
some type thing. They still call him the Renegade.
He's still the Renegade,
He's
though.
still the Renegade.
Plain old Rick.
Plain old Rick. They done got old Rick this time.
Yeah, it looks like he comes back with just trunks and tribal armbands, is what it says here.
He was on Saturday Night a
Yeah.
lot. I remember seeing him. I love Regal.
That's
Regal's freaking awesome. Like, he plays this snooty heel to the hilt.
nice. The one knee pad below the knee. Was he eating back there now?
Oh, lights went. I don't think this was planned. I think the lights actually went out, because why else would they?
DDP.
DDP turned the lights off.
Just going with it.
Yep.
He looks like he ain't got no pants on. Like he just escaped from the nursing home or
sweater
something.
and no pants.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
you people listen to this. Every time Flair cuts a promo, we shut up because we want to hear it and we want you to hear it because it's usually solid gold.
Yeah.
We get a Saturday night promo. We get Arn Anderson and Kurosawa. More Disco Inferno. I'm looking forward to, hopefully the network will put up WCW Saturday night episodes here sometime.
Yeah, they don't have anything on there yet.
No. They only have Nitros up until like 1999.
They have all through 98 and the some of 99. No Thunders, no Saturday nights. And I don't understand why, but no worldwides.
No. So you can watch Hard Work Bobby Walker wrestle Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Worldwide had some decent guys on it.
You were a Horseshoe mark for some
like
reason.
Horseshoe.
I really don't know why.
It's the haircut.
Here we go. Match of the night.
Huh?
So we get Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. So this is going to be a good one. Benoit got a little chest acne going on there.
Wonder
Where that's
why.
from.
Yeah. Big fan of Benoit's WCW theme.
Wasn't it a porno theme originally?
Probably. I
think
mean,
it was.
I haven't sifted through enough pornography to find it yet, but
Yeah, it was.
but I'm trying.
It was like Cinemax.
It and
Oh, like
it and
stuff.
Jericho's both.
Cinemax, softcore.
Uh-huh.
So both these guys, it's been well documented. Best friends, on the road, always rode together. It's been well documented. Benoit would always drive because he was too worried Eddie would be too drunk or high and he'd crash the car, so he'd drive for him. Said Eddie would always roll down the road drinking out of a bottle of wine and popping pills. So
his trunks are still like his old Dynamite. Like
here in a couple weeks we'll see him finally go to the more what we're used to seeing,
the crippler
trunks, right? So in this match, there's not really a clearly defined heel or babyface, but Benoit's playing the heel. He's the stronger guy, more aggressive.
He's got the bigger mullet.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular.
And probably in that traditional role, better at calling the match inside the ring as it
Right.
goes.
Yeah, and usually the heel's going to be the guy that does call the action. Ooh, Alabama slam into a modified high-angle Boston Crab or a Lion Tamer. We don't see that anymore.
Nope, that's against the rules.
I was really upset when Jericho quit using that because now it's just a Boston Crab. It doesn't look any different, but like that is a very painful looking move, which it probably is pretty painful.
The guy from work just sent me that. It's a t-shirt.
That's awesome. Here we get the Japanese contingent. We got Sonny Ono, Masahiro Chono, Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh, look at that.
Wearing his New Japan jacket.
Yeah. This is basically the NWO Japan, like in the future.
When it was Masa Chono, Great Muta.
Mm-hmm. Liger never was. I don't think Liger was ever a heel.
No, I mean, he's pretty much straight babyface.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that for sure, but we get a bunch of flippy arm drags from Eddie. Tilt-a-whirl slam. Benoit lands right on his tailbone. He did not take that bump flat at all.
I think Benoit does stuff like that on purpose if he feels the crowd.
Yeah, just
kind
to
of trailing, you know.
Yeah, just to take some crazy bump to get the crowd back into it.
I want to get one of them T-shirts the ring crew wears, the Nitro polos.
Nice.
But
Eddie's been doing the same spot where he takes a big high cross body to the outside from a corner.
Look at them stretch marks.
A fan just shoved Eddie in the back.
That guy's trying to get them kids out. Random thought. Did you know that John Cena was in Ready to Rumble?
You're kidding.
I swear to God, he was. There was a spot where the King is doing an interview in the gym.
Yep.
That actually is taking place at an independent. Like all those guys in the background are independent wrestlers.
Yeah.
And it's some specific organization, but John Cena is one of the guys in the background.
Wow.
That's UPW, is it?
Yeah, something like that. UPW.
Oh, Benoit going up for the superplex. Ugh. I mean, he makes it look good / bad at the same time. A lot of impact.
So what was it that did Guerrero die of a heart attack?
Yeah, I mean something like that.
And Benoit died of a wire, a
He
workout bench wire.
he died of a lat pull down machine.
That gets a lot of people.
Yeah, that's stiff.
Really hard. Eddie took that powerbomb right off the back of his head. Ouch. Get a short clothesline from Benoit. We still haven't seen the diving headbutt yet. I'm not sure when he starts pulling that out in WCW anyway. Get a roll-up attempt from Eddie. And kick out.
A lot of nice back and forth in this
The
match.
crowd's not super into this.
They don't understand this kind of stuff yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's this event from?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Man, you would have thought. I mean, that's
That's Dusty Rhodes territory.
Dusty Rhodes territory, yeah.
That's probably a big reason. I mean, maybe we haven't seen Kevin Sullivan wrestle a whole lot, but I mean, he's a Florida territory guy.
Yeah, he's
maybe
from
they put
FCW, Florida Championship
put
Wrestling.
him on the card just to get him out in front of some hometown people.
Yeah, he's probably got some fans out in the crowd,
Yeah.
actually.
So we get the German suplex into a bridge. Benoit does that better than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
He makes that look so darn good. He's going for the rolling. No. Eddie blocks it. Well, into a Northern Lights suplex.
Ooh, I like that.
Makes that look really good.
You know, I'll say this, though. As much as the crowd isn't going crazy, look at them. They're not talking to each other.
No, they're watching.
Yeah, they're watching.
That's true. They are interested.
They have, every single one of them has their hand to their face, and they're watching this match.
He goes for the dragon suplex. Eddie gets to the ropes. Here we're going to see sort of a Japan-style flurry here shortly, I believe. And this does pop the crowd when they do this. Yeah, here we go.
Nice. Yeah, they like
That
that.
the
They like
crowd
that.
liked that, just flurry of punches. So Eddie's going to turn this into a crossbody and get the win.
Has,
But the
legs on the
ref,
rope
they
there.
play it as so that he doesn't have to job clean. The ref counts a 3. Eddie gets the win, but Benoit's feet were clearly in the ropes.
Yeah.
So he's got a gripe. So
leading up to a match or a rematch?
I'm not sure. We'll see here in a couple weeks what the program is.
Hopefully every week forever. But
So yeah, exactly. So big win for Eddie Guerrero. He's getting a little miniature push here right now. He's getting some wins. So we're back in the babyface locker room. Just keep your eyes on Hacksaw. Hacksaw's the best. Like, he steals the show here. One point I was going to make, we have the heel locker room and the babyface locker room. You call in which two guys are going to wrestle each other in the main event. This is 1995, so there was no such thing as, like, internet trolls like there are today. Had you do this today, you'd have, you know, the Blue Bloods versus Dave Sullivan in a handicap match, main event, book it.
well,
Like,
I believe the WWE's done this a few times in recent history as of today. And I believe it's widely assumed that they just kind of ignore it. They do whatever they want.
but say
It's,
that.
yeah, it's
Right, and as we'll see here, I mean, what match is everybody going to want to see, really? It's Flair versus Sting. I mean, most people are going to figure that out. And that's what it ends up being. Spoilers. But
Hacksaw with the tape.
yeah,
That's
just
it.
like Hacksaw almost like gets himself choked out with his own tape. Oh, Hacksaw.
Yeah.
We get a Slim Jim spot.
I want a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Just a quick trip.
Hey,
Deliver.
Fall Brawl on V. You have
that.
You bought that.
I have that. I own that.
Fall
Yeah.
Brawl on VHS. I think that was one of our when we went and bought the local video store was going out of, or they were changing formats or getting rid of all their VHSs. So we went in and we probably bought 20, between 4 of us bought 20 or so wrestling VHSs for probably
It was an obscene amount
Like-
of tapes that we
like
bought.
$5. It
Yeah.
wasn't very much.
Yeah, like 50 cents a piece or something.
And one of them was Fall Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Heenan is drinking sake.
Oh, nice.
He looks a little.
He looks like he actually is drinking.
He,
'cause he's looking all
I
out
would
of
be
it.
if I had to sit next to Bischoff and listen to him jabber on and Mongo and all that. I'd be drinking too.
You have any sake over there, Grant?
I do.
I like plum sake.
I do.
Big
I
fan
had some
of that.
sake.
I had some draft sake over the last fall at Milam's bachelor party that I went to. I had draft sake is kind of like keep it cool, you know, and drink it. It's pretty good.
So main event, the fans have spoken, and it's Sting versus Flair. Thank God. I mean, I'm okay with that. So either I got to give the fans credit, or they just ignored who the fans wanted and put this match on. One of the two.
I mean, this show was a roach with Sting versus Flair. Right. I mean, it was never.
It's pretty obvious. I mean, they put guys in there that they at least hoped people wouldn't vote for.
Is this second time we've seen Flair versus Sting on
the very
Nitro?
first episode was Sting
Yeah,
and
I think
Flair.
this is the second time because this is their match. Coming off Halloween Havoc with Flair turning on Sting, so there is definitely some history here.
Now, if Sting's to be believed, Ric Flair is going to die tonight.
Yep. He gonna kill him. One thing about Sting, I don't know is that I've ever seen him wear the same ring gear twice. He has to have
He's got a lot.
Now, when he goes to Crow Sting or Wolfpack Sting, he basically wore the same
I'm sure it stunk by the end of that program.
But when he's Surfer Sting, like, he's got to have crates full of that. Because every night it's some different color scheme.
Luckily, he was smart enough, unlike Flair, to not have outfits that are encrusted with jewels and feathers and cost $10,000 a piece. So.
Right. And that's one thing in his Hall of Fame speech, Flair is molesting a Hooters girl outside.
Damn!
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Flair has a habit of sexually harassing ringside females. You were telling me earlier that your grandmother...
My great-grandma used to go to the shows in Evansville. And she was ringside one night and got a kiss on the cheek from Ric Flair. We're talking late 70s,
she
probably.
Space Mountain?
She may have. I may be a descendant.
Be Ric Flair's illegitimate grandson. Oh, boy. So we're going to get the typical Sting-Flair match here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, I'm happy
but it's a
with that.
very by the numbers. They kind of have their match. They do... I bet you Sting no-sells an inverted atomic drop somewhere out of these corner punches one of these times. We get the whirligig spot, clothesline spot.
A little flail to the ground.
Flair flop to the outside.
Listen, if they want to make every Nitro this match, Guerrero versus Benoit,
Yeah.
one or two more, I'm good with it.
In ring, I mean, we get 2 squash matches basically to start off.
Yeah.
But the last 2 are really solid, so I'm okay with that.
Flair's one of the few guys that every match he has is the exact same.
Yeah,
but you love it every time.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't ever get old. He found the perfect way of doing things.
And he might do little things different, but for the most part...
He gets in all of his spots.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've talked about it. I mean, at this point, he's an old man already.
Yeah, he's 40. He's in his
40s at least.
Mid-40s. Yeah. Sting no-sells a suplex. But he ain't gonna no-sell that. Like he
might have caught his face.
He landed pretty hard. At least his ribs did.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to take a
Why are we doing this?
Get a time a little
Take the break during freaking Taskmaster Renegade.
It's not a real fucking sporting event. You know when the shit's going on.
One of the few times I've seen Flair walk out with no robe. He didn't come out.
That's because he was waiting in the back, ready to go.
Well, he took his Cosby sweater off.
That's true.
He should have wore it out.
He should have wore that. A sparkly.
Just
Cosby
a sequenced Cosby sweater.
Can we call them Cosby sweaters anymore? That's gonna be one of those things.
That's not.
say.
Yeah, it's not PC.
I forgot about that. Whoops. One thing I noticed the first part of this match, the crowd's hot for it. The crowd is into it.
This is honestly, if you start pushing young talent, which you don't because you're WCW and you're dicks, but this is a great match to start every show to. Just familiar spots, get the crowd hot.
Get the crowd hot, yep. In Sting's Hall of Fame speech, or his introduction that Flair did, one of the things Flair said is that one of the things he really liked about Sting is that he invested in his ring gear. Talking about all the different outfits, said he spent a lot of money on that stuff because he had so much of it. Mm-hmm. But that's one thing he really credited Sting with.
Yeah. If one guy can appreciate ring gear, it's that guy.
Yeah. So we get a back suplex. Looks like we're going to the figure 4. It's over. Next match.
Yep.
Heenan's marking out for the figure 4.
Oh, look at the front row crowd pointing it out. He's cheating.
Yeah, he's cheating, ref. That's something you don't see anymore.
Crowd.
Because they're
These are old school territory fans.
Yep. Dumb, stupid, blind ref. Using the ropes for leverage. That's something you really don't see anymore either.
And Flair and the ref both doing a good job.
Randy, yeah. I hate when somebody cheats and the ref looks right at it, but it's not part of the script per se, so they don't even do anything about it.
That's one of the things I think Cornette talks about. I don't remember if it was. I think it was in Ring of Honor. He told the refs, if you catch anyone cheating, no matter what, you DQ it.
Or at least take some sort of action.
Don't follow the script. If you catch them, they should.
Well, that's kind of Ring of Honor's thing. I mean, they're Ring of Honor. That's the whole
the rules.
idea behind it.
So Sting's gonna Hulk up. Cool spot there with Sting dragging Flair away. He couldn't get out of the figure four, but he could drag him away from the ropes. Yeah. That's good psychology.
Yeah, I know. And the crowd, like I said, I mean, they seem to be in on it. They're following the nuances of the match. No one cheats anymore. No one grabs the ropes because there aren't rules now. You don't need to cheat because it doesn't give you heel heat because no one knows.
He may have said it already, but Mongo butchers a Vince Lombardi quote where he says, "Fear makes cowards of us all."
What's it supposed to be? It's
supposed to be fatigue makes cowards of us all. But it's like, yes, if you're afraid of something,
you're right.
A little redundant. So we get the usual press slam spot from Sting here.
Can I get a woo?
You can see a second ago when Flair's punching Sting. I don't know how hard it is, but it's hard enough that sweat is flying off.
Yeah, he's hitting him plenty hard.
So
eye poke, vintage Flair, love it. Flair's still selling his leg from the figure four reversal.
That's a lost art today.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't see that. We've talked about that before. Mm-hmm. That way, throw him under the second rope.
Yep.
Don't get DQ'd. That lady is wanting to touch Flair.
Yeah, she
wants to touch him.
Oh, God, please.
Touch the Sting. Flair's going to land on her.
She never gets to touch him.
Nope.
She wanted to, though.
Oh, she wanted it.
I like that because that's how you poke someone in the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, Flair's doing something. What's he doing? He's leaving. He's got a chair. He went to the front row. He's got a. Oh, I love this. I love this spot where the ref takes the chair away. I love it. Randy Anderson does a good job in this match.
Yeah. He even shoves Flair back. Tells him he'll DQ him.
Yep. Flair's good at making the ref look competent.
Yeah.
You know, like he's actually doing his job. Oh,
what's the special announcement?
I don't know. Bischoff teases some sort of special announcement after this match, so we'll see what that is.
There's a Yeti sign.
Oh, nice.
You're kidding.
No, someone just held up a Yeti sign.
Oh, boy.
I couldn't see all of it. It said the Yeti something.
It obviously said
might
Yeti.
be, is my father.
God. I don't know how much time they took making up that sign, but it was probably too much.
It was just black marker on white poster boards.
It wasn't real intricate.
I think they wrote Yeti in green letters.
Maybe they're big Yeti marks.
They are Yeti marks.
Is the Yeti out of the picture at this point already?
Yes and no. Okay. We'll see.
All right.
We're going to get the double bridge up spot. That takes some core strength from both.
That could be screwed up pretty easily.
From both guys. That's not that easy. Into a backslide.
I don't know if you guys saw it. Someone walking down the stairs to the far right a minute ago walks like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Is he bushwhackering down the... Oh, my God. So we get the press slam off the top rope spot. These are things we've seen
in this match
many times, but it still keeps people's interest. So, yeah. I mean, going back to... Was it Great American Bash 90? DQ him, ref! Can't put your hands on him. So Sting picks up the ref and moves him to the other corner. But Flair's got the knucks, which are literally like tape.
It's just tape, balls of tape.
And he waffles Sting with the knucks.
See now, Flair,
And then he's strutting.
Flair does a good job, though, during that whole spot of being very deliberate to go to the ring corner
Yep.
and to do it so the crowd knows what's going on.
Yep.
We've seen in weeks past, if you just waffle someone with, was it the Anderson match?
Yeah, it just looks like he jobbed to a right hand.
Right.
It doesn't. So Sting kicks out at 2. Yep, the fans know what's going on.
Monko's talking about football.
Oh, Sting's hulking up. I mean, he's not hitting him real easy right there.
No.
He's laying a few of them
Flair's
in.
notorious for actually
Potato
laying into those
guys.
chops.
Another press slam. Remember that one match in the first Nitro, he press slammed him 6 times or something silly like that. Big top, all the way up superplex. Ooh.
Oh. Flair bounced.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Oh, Scorpion Deathlock.
Somebody coming down.
I don't know. There's some people looking.
Bud
at
Ice is looking to the left.
Nice Bud Ice T-shirt. I like that.
Oh, he tapped.
Yep.
Wow.
Over. Okay, this is part of the angle here. Sting won't release the hold.
Because he's
and he's a baby face.
Right.
This isn't a baby face move, but it's a blood. It's a blood
right,
feud.
Right.
He's trying to end
You
his
mean
career.
business.
Trying to end his career right now. I don't Sting Scorpion Deathlock. It doesn't look as good. Like his feet are too close together. Like his leg, it just looks narrow. It doesn't look as powerful. It's hard to beat Bret Hart's sharpshooter. I actually thought Owen Hart's sharpshooter looked the best out of any of them.
Sure, part of it's leg shape, length, girth.
Yeah, I mean it probably changes.
Now, if you're Ric Flair, what the fuck's the point of having a stable if some guy's breaking your fucking legs and they're nowhere around to save your life?
Well, what you could say is that Benoit has already left the arena after his match, and let's say Anderson and Pillman aren't here. Maybe
Right.
Is Benoit a member of the Horsemen at this point?
Oh yeah, no, he's not. Forgot about that.
I was gonna pretend like you didn't say it.
So the babyface locker room comes out, and they try to get Sting, to break the hold, and he won't do it. I mean, they're honestly
Look
trying.
at that cauliflower ear.
Oh yeah, they're playing it up like Sting is trying to permanently injure Ric Flair and end his career.
Oh, here comes Hacksaw. He'll solve this.
Hold on,
And he
guys.
does.
Yep.
And he does.
Leave it to Hacksaw to finally pull him off. Got Dillinger out there.
Where's his billy club? Does he have it?
I guess not.
That way, Hacksaw. Way to be diplomatic.
The voice of reason.
Yep.
Oh, he's going back for more. Oh, he just runs in and puts it back on. We got Luger out here.
Heel face Luger.
Yeah, just tweener douche Luger.
Them pants, dude. Seriously.
He's walking out to see if Sting has seen his hair moose. That's his question.
Striped Zubaz pants and untied combat boots. So, we know Luger and Sting got a history. They're buds. Luger talks him into breaking it.
Listen, Sting, I know you have my mullet pick. I know you've got it. Just give it back.
So, that's kind of the big mystery is what did Luger say to Sting to make him break the hold?
And why does Duggan look so confused?
Well, because he's Duggan.
Where am I?
Like, seriously, did you see the last promo?
Yeah.
Athletic tape confuses him. So Flair's hurt. Flair's still proned out in the ring.
What's he smirking
He's
about?
got a little shit-eating grin for some reason.
Oh, we've still got a big announcement.
Yeah, we got a big announcement.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes left in the show still.
Nothing like a main event that is an announcement.
Yeah,
Right.
well, they do that a lot. Main events are like Hogan promos and
Right,
shit.
right.
And we get the Giant Taskmaster, Jimmy Hart, in the ring. How many times we've seen these guys talking?
Every
about
Nitro that we've gone over, this
Pretty,
has been in
for
that
the most
show.
part, yeah.
2 midgets, a giant, and a man in his bathrobe.
Oh, this is where we get the lawyer cutting the promo. It's terrible.
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Little known part of English punctuation. The Hulk Hogan.
It's Gaelic.
Just to cut this down a little bit, long story short, Jimmy Hart had the power of attorney when signing the contract for the match at Halloween.
Because
Havoc.
they actually, do that.
Well, Hogan was off filming Thunder in Paradise, so he gave Jimmy Hart the ability to sign his contract.
Wait, I thought his neck hurt. How's he doing boat stunts with a hurt neck?
Well, because wrestling.
Okay.
Jimmy Hart screws Hogan by putting a clause in there that says if Hogan gets DQ'd, he loses the title. Loses the title on DQ or countout. So, according to the court documents, the Giant is the champion, and I think that's where you get it is kayfabe-wise an official title reign.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's basically this is a big waste of time, and because people love legal jargon in their pro wrestling.
Judging by the crowd, these are
a lot of people just
students of the law game.
Arms crossed, staring off into nothing, don't care. Hey, is there another match? Nope, kids, go home. Why does he have to sign the contract? Is he the Giants' legal guardian or something? It'd be funny if they played it up like the Giant was actually a 16-year-old kid, but he's just
That'd be a good.
He's really only 21.
Yeah, I mean he's still young. People are marking out for the attorney.
They are.
It'd be funny if he just does a Ric Flair promo right here. You know something?
Are there
dogs?
Do you have a dog fighting ring next to your house?
I guarantee the mic's picking this up.
Maybe.
Hey. This is so boring. You end a show on this.
Yeah.
So basically, the lawyer guy comes out and says that Nick Bockwinkel has determined that the title will be held up and the winner of the World War III three-ring 60-man battle royal will be crowned heavyweight champion.
The Giant looks troubled.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Words on paper. Read that, Uncle Kev.
Gosh. So basically, this is a crummy ending to this show because it just grinds to a halt. It's just words and legal nonsense.
Kevin Sullivan actually means what? He has no idea what he's saying.
Sullivan just oversells that he's distraught.
Chokeslam Giant.
I'd be.
That should have been how it ended.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would have liked that.
Everybody hates lawyers.
That's true.
The problem with that is that it turned Giant babyface.
I'm surprised the main event of World War III after the Battle Royal wasn't the Giant versus Max Weinstein there.
Yeah. Or Sullivan. Can you imagine Sullivan versus the attorney?
Harvey Goldberg.
We've had that's probably the main event of Raw.
The lawyer. I'm kind of surprised there's never been a lawyer gimmick in pro wrestling.
There has.
Oh, I'm in now.
I mean,
I'm riding that to the top.
Like Harvey Weinstein, attorney at law.
That's good.
You just have some finisher that's the retainer or something.
That's a good submission. He just hit him with the bar exam. It's all over
the
now.
bar exam out of nowhere. So, speaking of weird wrestling gimmicks, something me and Zach were talking about earlier was E-Feds.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's up with that? You two explain E-Feds to me.
Well, you got, fantasy football and stuff today. And they're, this would be late 90s?
Yeah, late 90s.
Like 99, 2000?
2000.
Let's see, I was 14 in 99. And I registered a GeoCities domain And I made, I don't know, I think I made a Hulk Hogan fan site, a Ultimate Warrior fan site, a Chris Warrior
fan site.
Chris Jericho fan site for some reason. I don't know why. But then I started seeing these things.
So you don't know why you made a Jericho fan site, but you totally know why you made a Hogan fan site?
Oh, yeah, I was obsessed.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
We were marks.
Yeah. So anyways, E-Feds. You created your own wrestling federation. You became the booker and owner. And you, I guess through forums or something, you get people to join.
Yeah.
And the thing behind it is each person has their own gimmick. They basically write their own stories. It's a script, more or less. They write their entrances. They give themselves music. They write their match move for move. Come up with any angles. Doing some backstage talking emails with other people. So I had like a couple dozen people in this place, this E-Fed called the AWC, the American Wrestling Championship. So basically, it was all coin toss title matches. People voted on who would be in the title matches. There was angles. So people would get into forums and chat rooms and basically cut promos on each other.
So basically, you had like a sort of booking committee.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Everybody was involved. Everyone voted on who would be in the title matches, and there was like a coin toss for the winner.
One thing, if anybody saw Savage's shirt in that, it was him wearing a shirt with a picture of himself on it with the exact same look on his face.
Oh, that's great.
So anyway, go ahead.
We were in another E-Fed together.
Yeah, we went to
tag
one.
team.
We were the Flash and Pyro.
The Midnight Intruders.
The Midnight. Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot the name of that.
So sort of like a play on the Midnight Express and
I went on
Midnight Intruders. That's right.
Intruders.
I went on to win a singles title in that Fed.
What was your finisher? Like the Home Invasion or something?
Like we had some pretty bitchin' music too and everything.
I know it was good. We had good.
I remember the logo now. It's just like a black background with Midnight Intruders like neon green.
It was.
And like spray paint writing.
It was the Doomsday Device, but it had a different name.
Yeah, we just called it something different.
It's like the Silent Entry or something. Some sort of creepy. I went on to win,
that's something I actually forgot all about.
I went on to win the equivalent of the IC title.
So one thing, the reason why I brought up the E-Fed thing is because I remember, don't ask me why I remember this, but 20 years ago, Grant was trying to explain E-Feds to me, and all I can remember is that there was one guy in the E-Fed with the gimmick as the Whaler.
Arr.
And he cut promos like a pirate.
Like a pirate.
And it was nonsense.
I be the Whaler.
That's right. I be the Whaler, right?
So if whoever was the Whaler is
Whaler,
out there
In
listening,
the AWC for 1999,
call us up and we'll get you on an episode.
And we're ready to start the E-Fed up. We'll give you a push.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good deal.
Send us your next promo.
Before we go, Grant is going to, we're going to do something here. What's the number to the old WCW?
1-900-909-9900.
Hold on, slow
slow
down, Tex.
All right.
1-900. Keep it on speakerphone.
Not until I call.
Okay, so we're going to call this up and see what it is now.
The call you are attempting to place is not allowed from this line.
So it doesn't exist. It's not even porn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's disappointing.
I don't even understand this. Like, did you dial 1?
Oh, you know what? I can't dial 900 numbers from a cell phone, I guess.
You have to be a landline?
Do you have a landline?
It said, no, I don't have a landline.
Nobody has a landline.
We do because we have to.
Alright, well,
now we know.
Alright, folks, so, sorry, no phone sex chat line, so, alright, so join us next time on Late to the Nitro Party, and we'll be here doing it.
Not really, but
figuratively.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.